Whoa, getting hacked. Sure what happened there. Either way, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Onward VR Master League All-Star Tournament. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's, and you're joining us just in time for the start of the All-Star Tournament. The way we kick this off is we have a duel, a pistol duel, between 2 team captains. Here you can see Steven and the Sickness getting prepared to enter into a pistol face-off, a 1v1 to determine who will be the home and away team. That'll decide who gets the map pick. The way this is organized is our co-caster that I'll be joined with shortly, Trip Nipple, is organizing these jokesters, and he will count down a timer into which one of these players will shoot themselves in the head, which initiates the start of the duel. They T-pose as demonstrated, and on the countdown, the pistol duel initiate. On Noman's shot, there's... Okay. Sorry, when Noman executes himself...
Yep, ready?
No, stop. The caster's saying stop.
Well, is he casting it? What are you doing up there? God damn it.
Get in voice so you can get yelled at.
We are ready, Trip. We are ready for this duel. I see everybody
we are all
scrambling
set
about.
Up. All right, let's set them back up. Noman, you're ready to go. Get Steven lined up, get Sickness lined up, get them in T-pose, and get that shot off. Let's see who's the best shot.
Get in
He
T-pose.
kills himself.
When you kill yourself. Ready? 3, 2.
Don't. Oh, Steven gets it. Oh, abracadabra indeed.
The results are in. The home team decided... Oops, wrong scene there. The home team decided to be Harry Houdinis. Steven gonna magic his way into that home position, and they'll be facing off against our competing team, the Repeats, captained by the Sickness. Trip, what are your thoughts on this exciting upcoming All-Star finale?
I am expecting some crazy plays. I mean, yesterday was amazing. Both the games were so much fun to watch. If you haven't, I highly recommend you go back and watch those. But these are some great teams. I mean, it's always fun when you just get a bunch of people that like to play together to play for fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is what the All-Star Tournament is all about. We'll be joking around a little bit today, and you'll probably see some interesting positions. As we saw yesterday, one of the on downfall on the top of Blackhawk. Not really a common league position that they'll take up, but yeah, it's just a good, fun community-run event. But there's some prizes on the line too.
Yeah, I was not aware of the prizes until I heard it mentioned in the cast yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't either. I from what I understand, I maybe this is just players talking amongst themselves, but I believe there's Steam gift cards involved as a prize for the All-Star winner.
You know, I think Noman was casting, and I think he knew he was playing in this final, so he's trying to give himself money. That seems like I wouldn't put it past him.
You could be onto something there. You're absolutely right. They very well could be trying to. Noman's trying to get himself an extra couple of bucks. Okay, we're onto something. We're onto a deep conspiracy here. I think we're waiting for one other team to hop in, from what it looks like. Harry Houdinis are all in. We're waiting on Sickness's squad to join up. They'll be piling onto the Volk side. They're joining us now. And I guess now's a good time to take a look at the rosters for these all-star teams. Coming out of the repeats, you have Sickness, Raphael, The Man, Swooty, Nintendo, Driver of Car, and Red Beard. And over on the repeats, Harry Houdinis, you have Steven, Ponecake, Jet Black, Bird's Eye View, Noman, Arsemper, and Lone Miyagi. I think the repeats are gonna take it. I'm gonna root for the repeats today.
You know, I hate to say this out loud, but I was rooting for a Dead Blaze and SMC killing Dangalo Kembeg with Riot Squad with a lemon to take this because they're just so much fun to watch. But unfortunately, they got taken down by Harry Houdinis yesterday.
Okay, so you're gonna root. So then you're gonna root for the repeats.
I can't vote for the team that won last time. I mean, that's just you can't. You gotta root for the underdog.
How are they won last time? What do you mean? Harry Houdini's won last time too.
I mean, last season, the repeats have, 3 members of the winning team from last season? That's why they have the name of the repeats?
Okay, wow, we're getting to the deep history here. The archaeological history. You've done your research. You've been looking into texts.
That's what I do at night. I stare at my ceiling with the projector up, and I just look through stats while laying in bed. I fall asleep to the sweet sounds of the gunfire on quarantine.
He has all the maps up on his walls, scribblings and little lines of yarn touching between one and the other, trying to connect the dots. I like it, man. It's dedication. That's what we need. We need more dedicated people involved in the Master League.
Yeah, the dedication may be getting to me with my voice, but we'll see how long I can continue. I'm now aware of what NightFiree complains about every week with the voice. It's all good.
You gotta be careful. A lot of teas are helpful. Honey is good. There's some methods to the madness.
I'm just living on Mountain Dew and coffee right now, so I mean that's sort of healthy, right? It's a Mountain Dew Kickstart. It's a breakfast drink, right?
I can't say that I've tested out that theory, so I don't know. I'm not.
It's 5% juice.
You know what? You're right, dude. That's enough juice for breakfast. If a mimosa is a breakfast drink, Kickstart can be one.
Oh man,
too.
I should have made mimosas for this.
You should have made Kickstart mimosas.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Come on, don't you want to kick up the morning a notch? Get ready for this all-star match? The way to be.
Oh, I'm so ready for this.
It should be exciting. We should see some. It's like now is the time where these captains get to test out plays that they've never really, or they're too scared to put them out in league play, or like they're too ridiculous to try in any other situation. I love to see like the double shield stacks, and it's just it's a little bit different than our normal league play. But because we have guys, I mean, Sickness is from SMC Tactical. These guys are Ponecake too. They're from top tier teams. So you get like that same sort of competitive edge, throw a little prize on top, and you just get a combination of real interesting matches. Do the repeats have 5? Do they even have 5 today?
Raphael was supposed to be hopping on, like immediately before the match, and I see him in voice chat, so he should be getting on soon.
Okay. Jeez, you can't be having the All-Star match at 4v5. It's just no way to be.
There was a lot of confusion about daylight savings time, and we have come to the conclusion that we are just banning matches before daylight savings time. No matches on the day of daylight savings. It's not allowed.
I personally completely forgot about it. I woke up this morning and I was like, oh, what time's the match? Daylight. Oh, I read somewhere daylight savings time. I got lucky. Otherwise, I would have had no idea.
I only knew about it because my power went out last night, so I was on Facebook trying to figure out when the power is going to come back on, and someone goes, hey, look, an hour forward, and I looked at my watch, and I was like, well, there goes another hour of sleep that I wasn't going to get anyways, but cool.
And there is the final member of the repeats. We should be diving into this All-Star Tournament. Harry Houdinis. That's an important distinction to make in this team. Because what you're seeing here and what we saw yesterday was not only are they magical, they're also doctors. They're getting rid of they're uncurable diseases. They're getting rid of them. So they're magical surgeons and they're very hairy. And if you're a repeat, I don't know, it's like you're fighting werewolves or something. You got to be ready.
Yes, I did see the awesome team names coming out on the match yesterday. Very professional. The epitome of the Onward community right there.
Yeah, it really was. That's about as trolly as we'll ever get here on the Master League as well. And you can see the repeats, they want their names recognized. They want the recognition for winning the All-Star match. Some pretty good smokes to cross that early street. Not really necessary. There's no early aggression from Harry Houdinis coming out.
Yep, looks like they're breaking into a 2-2-1 split. Pwnecake and R. Semper are going to be the first to make contact, I think.
Yeah, they do have the sort of lines of sight denied here, so they won't be seeing Raph or Sickness pushing up. Semper may be waiting for Raph here to rotate around. Might catch out that first kill. Raph does go across and does go down. Semper ready and waiting for that early push there into that center building. You can kind of see, I mean, these are very meta defensive positions. Sickness taking up spots. I've seen him taking SMC, Swooty, and Burning Building. And you have Man over here in the 2-story, actually not opting to go to the far west, and that could end up costing him because you may not, I mean, not a lot of people know this. The map goes all the way over here where Steven is. There's all this map back here.
Yeah, that's a very good... If you can make it there without being seen, you can get all the way up to the gas station. Shots coming out from Noman onto the Burning Center. Pwnecake only has one defender guarding the objective. If he just runs across and takes down the guy at ambulance, he's free and clear. Oh, wait, no, he has the Sickness watching his back. Never mind. Scratch that. And a nade comes out and takes down Pwnecake.
Great toss. The man finds Noman, and that was actually callouts from Steven. He thought that he had tagged the man, so he told Noman to go in there and knife him. There he finally does find Steven. Steven does find the man on the backside, though, and now we're into a 3v3. I'm assuming Steven's going to finish that off. He does.
Our Semper gonna get that res on Pwnecake in the tank courtyard. Unfortunately, no confirmation nade coming out.
Yeah, a little follow-up here would do wonders, too. Could catch both of them. Semper's gonna try and frag where he thinks Sickness is. He wanted to go over that wall into the corner. I like Sickness's position, though, because what he can do is he can sit there and wait for them to cross out from that courtyard area.
Steven coming around the corner, getting ready to take on Swooty. But he doesn't know he's there, and he just gets shot in the back.
Yeah, Swooty had tucked himself up into that little dark alcove. Now we're into a true 3v3. After Rez's Sickness popping out around that back corner does give away his position. And now he's going to try and rotate. Could get real dicey as he's out in the open. Too Old goes down. Pwnecake finds Nintendo on objective. does open it up, but it's only Semper, the last one alive, in a 1v2 with the objective Resible.
Woody knows exactly where he is.
Yeah.
Semper was making way too much noise there.
Solid first round of the All-Star match. Repeats take it. Very close. I expect this to be pretty good back and forth. It should be equivalent to a nice, good high-tier league match, really. I know a lot of people want to see how this shakes out too. I feel like we kind of got. We still have the magical doctors, but they're gonna have to do some magic for sure if they want to take this against the repeats.
NightFiree, I was setting up that duel. Did we already talk about the bans?
No, we didn't. I don't know if it's really terribly important, considering
I don't think
that
it is. I didn't even get one from the Harry Houdinis, so
yeah,
I don't.
I don't think it really matters much. I think pick bans are most. I think people want to know them when the team picks them, so that they can use that as a bit of information.
Yeah, the only thing we won't be seeing today is cargo, unfortunately.
A lot of other stuff on the table. New, maybe we'll see some Subway.
What had happened was. Oh shit! Wow, you're good. You're so good. This again. This shit again. I think I know where they spawn.
Steven tossing his gun outside of the box and he can't get back to it.
That's what you get for bragging. Trying to spin your gun around. Look at these early. This is a strategy you've seen. I've started to see more of is these early smokes out of this defensive spawn, just to be sure that you don't get that early spawn from Marsoc and you get roasted out of there, out of the gate.
Yeah, but with these new smokes, man, it's still hard to even know if, if that throw is going to protect you.
I think, yeah, I just don't know. I think having to roll them sideways is your best bet, but it's so hard to control those suckers.
And I've seen a couple get eaten, especially on this level. I've seen one get eaten by a power line. Very entertaining. Yeah, you hear the team go, "What's happening?"
Alright, he just crossed over to East Objective from Motel.
Shots out early from Tooled at center building, trying to catch out that cross, but I mean, this is looking good for the repeats. They got 3 up north, and 2 have managed to cross the street. Now they have to cross south. Definitely a tall order.
Steven's out in that far west area trying to get a pick on someone crossing, but no one's there yet. So he looks like he's moving up, gonna get aggressive. He had a really good angle, and I think he should have just held it.
Yeah, they do. They have him tucked over on that west side, denying the north push. I like, honestly, camping the plane wing. I don't think I've seen anyone up there before, but he's going to keep shifting around. Could cost him his life. Waiting for Sickness to try out this cross. He does start it with a botched smoke. He's going to try and go up there, retrieve that, toss that back out. That could be his doom as a nade. Tries to go up and over Ponecake, botches that one. A power line, as he's saying, eats the nade, denies it to going over on the Sickness. But watch out, the backside. Our Semper rotating around, catches one. Can he get Raph as well? He does, and that's a great double.
Steven getting super aggressive at the Sarlacc pit. Nintendo and the man just waiting for him, taking him out.
Shots across the board. Into a 3v4. More from Ponecake. I don't think they know that they have all the that entire east side pretty much shut down. Now they have to shift their attention to the west.
take over the west end and then try to take over middle lane.
Come on, action.
I know. I feel like definitely these teams are taking it a bit more serious in this final than they were in the semis. Playing it a bit more slow, a bit more thorough, using their smokes. Actually, managing to coordinate relatively well. I think after just playing a few games together, both these squads are able to kind of start to get that teamwork flowing. That's a kind of a controversial topic, right? I mean, do you think the All-Star matchup is good for the league health? Because I suspect that maybe some players are going to want to swap teams after this.
I mean, I think swapping teams is totally fine for league health. Too old the game picking up Swoody as he crosses that cockpit.
That's very true. We do. I mean, I'm sure everybody would like to see a little Global Chem roster shake up. They've been together for quite a long time now. But yeah, I guess you're right. It does give opportunity for other players to play with people that may normally not get a chance to, and experience that sort of leadership style. Sickness definitely a micromanager of the squad.
I know Landon was complaining the other day in chat about Sickness giving away SMC strats.
Wants to win the All-Star tournament, man.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Jewel catches the man out in the middle.
Sounds like he's over by me. Hold on for me.
Calling out Nintendo's position pretty well.
He's revival. You might get him.
Great timing from
Going
Nintendo.
in while he was reloading. Oh, perfect.
Very nicely done. He crashes in, and now it's a 1v3. Still definitely a lot on his plate. Pwnecake comes pushing in here. Suppressive fire at his back. Nintendo hit once. Pwnecake right on the corner. Not before our Semper. Oh, where he shot him from. Manages to find that angle. Ties it up 1-1. I think that's what we're going to see. I think we're probably going to see a bunch of Volk trading here. A cap.
If anyone can get the cap, it's gonna be Steven.
You think Sickness?
No,
Cap
I think
master?
Steven is going to abracadabra his way.
This is two different generations of Onward talking right here then.
I'll be honest, I've never watched Sickness play. So
He holds a... I just remember one play in Suburbia of him capping incredibly fast. Very irrelevant to all this, but yeah, he can do it quick. There's some guys that are insanely fast at capping. Steven also is one of them. I mean, we saw him cap on Suburbia yesterday, and I don't know how he punched in a 7-digit code that quick.
it's probably the same number, just 7 times.
Yeah, really seriously.
I know I was watching a match the other day, and they read the code out, and they were like, "Nope, we're going for kills." Apparently, they had a difficult one.
Taking the full time between rounds here to hash out a strat. Both squads getting into it, man. I like to see it. Tie ball game, been very. I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I don't. I am rooting for the who did I say I was rooting for?
The repeats is who you said, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I think so. I think that's who you said.
I'm gonna check for this spawn really quick right here, and then I'm gonna fall right back.
Yeah.
All right. If
I
there's
think
any objective that requires aggression, this is it. I want to see a hard push straight down center past glass burning.
We'll see if they can smoke it proper. Nintendo is waiting on one of those lanes, and yeah, they got 2 out here. Now the question is Pwnecake giving SMC strategies to Harry Houdini's team?
Look, if I was in the finals of the All-Stars, I'd be giving away all my strategies.
I mean, we could be seeing SMC v SMC strats here. But you don't know what's gonna happen with that.
Raphael coming up on a hard flank now. Oh, but he doesn't push the advance.
I don't know, this drop back may be even better, though. He can't catch out. Pone Cake in the backside.
One death here, one death.
Also has a decent shot onto the rest of the team. And who's that over there? Noman, I think, in the corner. No, Steven, rather.
I'm waiting for the rooftop, white wall.
Is Noman even in this game? Yeah, he's back.
Noman is. He's way in the back, hiding.
There it is. Raph finds Nintendo, or Steven, rather. Our Semper with the refrag, and we're into a 4v2.
I think we're just gonna follow Noman here. Caster cam on the
All
caster.
these motherfuckers just die.
Great timing.
Keep that.
Great
Oh,
timing to
yes.
jump into that. Yeah, very reflective of the match so far, Noman. A bit of a fiesta on that entry point.
Now, the question is, how many team kills do you think we're gonna see when the nerves get really high on map 3?
That's if we get to a map 3. I mean, this is these. I mean, it's one and done. If one of these teams can take 2 maps right away, they'll grab themselves the All-Star tournament.
Good question. I don't know how many of them are down. Almost none.
Almost none. Not having an accurate kill count. Oh man.
So I think we should take our time and try to pick the roof off before we move up.
Well, impromptu planning session between Semper and Noman.
Got a lot to figure out too. Thickness up here, rooftop courtyard, Nintendo, burning courtyard, Houdinis in the back. So I mean, it's actually not too much to overcome, really. It's actually a 2v2, honestly. What it is right now.
Yeah, the other two are way too far back to get to objective. If they got Nintendo down and Sickness down, they could rush in. Almost a good nade.
If that had gone up and over, that would have been a perfect toss. It's a good smoke, though, to 9 Nintendo vision. Sickness peeking. The trade on a Noman. Noman will be resible, though.
And the nade coming out! Oh, but it doesn't make it far enough. Man.
You wanted
So
it.
many botch nades. So many.
Maybe it's that new hotfix patch. Throwing everybody for a loop.
You know, so I hear people complaining about Oculus not being able to throw far, but some of the throws that I've seen some Oculus users do are freaking impossible for a Vive user. So I think what they really did is even the playing field.
Okay. Okay, so you think there's some hardware under the hood balance going on. We're throwing out conspiracy theories left and right today. I like it.
That's what a good Sunday morning is for, is conspiracy theories.
Well, we got ourselves a nice little 2v2 here. Noman's managed to grab that Rebel Defender, and Semper tossing out some good quality smokes onto the man. He should be able to push up into this objective. A good rotation, though, out of the man and Houdinis to come in and crash once they lost their defense here.
Semper's gonna go for it. Noman's got that LMG to get that cover fire down. Semper's behind him, and the man doesn't know he's there. All that smoke covered.
Yeah, the sound of the smokes, too. I think the man did see him in the backside peeking through that
no.
crack. There it is. The push coming out from Noman. He does catch Houdinis out, but not before the man catches Noman. And the repeats down to the wire, take the round, and take the lead 2-1.
That was a good play.
Yeah, good solid rotation to get back onto objective when they lost their 2 defenders. And that's, I mean, shoot, dude, that's something you wouldn't even see out of a mid-tier league teams. That's how those caps get dropped right there. You lose your 2 defenders on objective, and you're not paying close attention to kill counts or really rifle sounds. then you can lose control of a map in a second. I think that's something we don't talk about a lot either. Is if you can do the silencer is nice for a few reasons because it's hard to determine what kind of gun is being shot. So you don't know who won a trade at the end of a trade. But that's something that we don't really talk about. Is these players know, like I know rifle. You know, we know rifle sounds. You know what an AK is being shot.
Oh yeah.
And so you know if a Volk was the last person shooting or if a Marsoc was the last shooting. So if you're on Volk and you hear a Marsoc rifle as the last rifle being shot, it's always a good idea to check your pad, see if you've lost one in a trade.
I've seen a couple of teams, if a trade happens, their member is supposed to click their radio 2 times or 3 times to let them know that they're still up. Which is effective. Now, if you could grab the enemy's radio and do that, that strat would get even more interesting. That's what we need in the next 1.6 update, the ability to snatch a radio off of the enemy.
Now, I have been informed via Twitch chat that it is Sickness's birthday.
Yes, it was. They were singing happy birthday to him before the duel. And then they said that they didn't care and they were going to kill him.
So a little shout out to the Sickness and the birthday
He's
boy.
what, like 17 now?
Yeah, at least.
Try to rush the
Yeah, at least, yeah. Pwnecake gonna run into the the offense here.
Fearless catches out Raph with a headshot. Or actually a shoulder
Oh,
shot. Wow, very lucky Raph. He's gonna follow it up with the nade though.
I love it. I love the aggression. This is what I come to see. Taking down another. He's on a rampage, but he had to reload.
Took down 3 of us.
Tried to use the line of sight and crouching to his advantage. Couldn't quite get that reload in time. But yeah, great start for him with a nice 1 for 2 trade.
I think he confused the repeats. I mean, they haven't moved since. They're all just kind of stacked up on that roof hill.
Noman could take advantage of this. If he wanted to push up, he could get onto that plane wing, kind of have an oversight position. He could even push up onto the that hilltop and just get an overwatch onto these 3 repeats that are down here.
The man is seeing ghosts. He just yelled out semi, 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 semi. And there's no one here. They've lost it. They're going to check it again. What is happening? The man convinced that there is a body somewhere on the semi.
I've confirmed nobody's there.
I think this is going to be it. I think we're going to see the first team kill. They're getting all jumpy.
Tool catching Swooty on the backside, and Harry Houdinis. Yeah, I think this is just going to be a Volk trade sesh here on Quarantine. I think one of the reasons I like this map so much in League play is because you really get a chance for the teams to come together and push out quality strats. But you can clearly see if you don't have those strats, it does become a lot harder to
He's down.
make your way in. The man finds one, Nintendo finds another.
One's on roof, help me.
And it's so
The repeats
quickly
are
turned into a
evening it up.
2v2, yeah.
2.5. Swooty's still resable.
Yeah, very
No one's
true.
going for the body.
The man also rotating around here. Noman and the man. He spots him on the corner, doesn't have his gun up, uses this odd power line to deny the bullets.
bulletproof.
Yep.
Oh, man. And gets the res
Oh
right
my
in front
gosh,
of
the disrespect.
him. Swooty just going to stand there. He can't move.
Wow. The man catching him out over the shoulder of Swooty, using that Dune to his advantage. And they have managed to turn this around. It was looking like an easy dub for Harry Houdinis. Pwnecake kicking it off good, but the repeats now.
Where is the last Harry one? I don't see him.
Our Semper right here, tucked into a bush.
Oh, man.
He's He's on objective, so that's what really matters.
You know, if I was the repeats, I wouldn't be pushing 3 strong in the same location. I would be flanking and pinching.
And for tossing out a little suppressive fire, he's gonna have a tough time with this one. Swoody and Nintendo, they're gonna usually be allowed to rotate around behind him. Repeats should really be looking for a cap here. I wonder if they have enough smokes.
Swoody covering Nintendo as he pushes up. Our Semper doing a good job of moving around the objective, making sure no one's there.
Just not moving around in the right places.
I bet his palms are
Looking
sweating
out
right now.
east. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is the right move here. Sit behind this rubble wall. Look over to the west. Ooh, almost cost him his life. Does take some shots.
Nade. Oh, so close.
Just a little bit further.
People say
bit
close
higher.
only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, but that close didn't count.
We need destructible environments first.
Oh my gosh, getting shrapnelled in the face by a concrete wall with a nade behind it, that would be a terrible way to go. And getting taken down in the rotation.
Yeah, catches him out. Nicely done. Repeats taking their 3rd round. Taking the lead 3-1. My prediction.
First Marsoc round.
That is true. Yeah, and I was just saying that round 2. That was not, I mean, I was trash talking Marsoc teams without the coordination, but lo and behold, they were able to grab that round. I mean, that was a great comeback. They were down in the dumps there. It was a 2v4.
Yeah, it definitely didn't start out well for them with that pancake aggressive push, taking down 2 of them before they even left spawn. And now we have a fun objective. The east wireframe. Yeah, that's the word for it. Wireframe. I've seen some very, very non-meta positions for this objective.
Yeah, this will be.
I'm wondering what we're gonna see from the pros here.
I imagine pretty aggressive defensive routes from the repeats here. I don't know though. This is definitely an easy objective to defend properly. But
Yeah, that's true. Being up 3.
take this last round, take the map. It is the finals, you know. You can kind of tell these teams definitely playing a little bit serious, trying to get their coordination going, focusing on their maneuvers. There's not really too much joking around at the start of rounds. They're just trying to get the win. And this is like the core of the league. This is like where how the league really. It's just people just wanted to play competitively against other people. It doesn't matter what teams are on or how they do it. These guys just love playing Onward competitively, and they like doing it in any situation they can. And the All-Star tournament is a great format for it. Those are some good quality smokes too. Getting very fortunate on the rolls.
Raphael just holding that smoke in the center there, while Sickness crossed and not getting hit. Wow.
Neither of them. Raph did take some shots to the legs, but he'll be able to heal. And
Yeah, crossing the street is even more dangerous now with that the getting shot slowing you down mechanic that they added in.
dude, that's a strat right there. I haven't seen yet. Holding the smokes to get the right smoke angle you want.
I saw it yesterday in Silent But Deadly. Enigma ran across the street with one attached to his butt.
But
It was pretty entertaining.
the smoke itself now has,
Directional.
so you can actually hold the smoke in the direction you want it to go and get a better effect. Sickness finds Noman on the plane wing. A great little visual effect of him dropping off too. Cool. Looks for the
right over the
refrag.
windows,
Takes some
there's a guy in the hills
shots himself, but he'll
southeast.
be fine ducking behind that rock. And I imagine Sickness now going to drop back and rotate to a different position.
I'm gonna detour back.
So pretty meta defense. One on objective, one in the motel, one on the wireframe. Where is... I'm missing somebody. Sickness in the dunes.
Endo and
Oh, he's behind
the rock.
Pride Rock. Yes, that's where he is.
Yeah, I'm watching like glass and I keep looking
Semper looking for that guy that he knows is at the motel, just proning his way up into the tank courtyard. Must become one with the bush.
I mean, it doesn't really provide you with much. Why is he even looking north, though? That's my question. He has his whole team up there. He should feel pretty confident that they've got control there.
And I did see a suggestion the other day about being able to like take foliage down with your knife and stuff it into a ghillie net. Would like to see that implemented.
Wow. I would definitely
Or even
throw,
just a ghillie net option.
Yeah. I know a lot of folks that would like to take that and go sit up on top of some hills.
Oh yeah.
Bit of a sensory phase here. Houdini's kind of feeling out the defense, trying to see where it could possibly be posted up at.
Well, they've been feeling up the defense for 3.5 minutes now.
Yeah, they need to move to second base. Get going. Get the
Yeah, they've
action
got a
moving.
midnight curfew, man.
I don't know if you've been paying attention, but we have a bit of a bit battle going on in Twitch chat. Much appreciated to those that are dropping the donations and the bits. Really appreciate it. Goes to support goes back to us and the league mods who help run it all.
Oh man, Malno and Poonanners just going at it in chat.
Getting
This should
real
be entertaining.
spicy. If you're not entertained by the action on your screen, we got it in chat too. It's all over the place. Too Old and Swooty trading. Pretty good, pretty fortunate trade really. Semper, if he can take out Nintendo, has some decent access into objective.
Pwnecake down right in front of Steven, but Steven can't get to him because he doesn't know where he got shot from. Here we go, let's see.
You can barely see him. Okay, let me know when you want me to go. Okay.
This is gonna be very entertaining. I'm expecting a drive-by heal and a oh shit, don't shoot me.
Go, 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 go.
Wow, he gets
Oh.
the res off. Who, the man not seeing that get come off. Actually, he did see. He does call it out.
1 minute left.
Probably about on the southeast corner of roof courtyard. I think there might be one at roof as well.
The man here doing work behind this rock, holding these two down. Semper desperately needs their support. And Sickness is rotating around. He may be looking for a flank opportunity.
Sickness missed Semper. He was there waiting, and Semper has no one guarding the objective. He has 30 seconds to prone in.
Sickness, though, on the backside does find Steven. He should find Semper in a second here, too, as Semper gets blasted in the back, and the repeats take map 1. And they say no magic today. Bunch of
man,
muggles.
it was totally shaping up to be a good play, and then it just all fell apart.
It's the, it's that the random teammate element for sure coming into play there, not having the timed coordination that you'd normally need. But yeah, they were in good spots. If Semper had stood up and sprinted just a hair earlier, he might have been able to avoid Sickness shooting him in the back. But either way, repeats take that first round. And now all they need is the next map, and they'll be their all-star. They'll be the repeats. Really putting their name to the test.
And Harry Houdinis was the home team, so this was their map choice.
Ooh.
So we'll see. The repeats are probably gonna pick. I'm gonna go with Suburbia.
Yeah, Sickness definitely. If I would be. Oh,
Bazaar.
Yeah, that's another one too. Usually we start off with Bazaar, but
They like
completely
these tight
forgot that was
angles.
in the pool. Yeah, I mean, I do too. Who doesn't like a tight angle?
Oh, I love a tight angle. I like them acute.
I like right angles are great too.
Yeah, but just none of those obtuse angles. They're just unnecessary.
I mean, I'll never say that Onward is an education. We're out here throwing around all sorts. I mean, doing math on the regular, talking about angles. Been on a math course almost.
Have we gotten in our obligatory math joke?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
in the contract, right? We have not got that. It's part of the script.
Been enjoying this all-star match so far. A nice close battle. Although I think repeats here may have their work cut out for him. Harry Houdinis, we're looking good on Bazaar. Last I checked, so what how this shakes out. We get jebaited and do not hop into round one.
Man, that round timer. They're just toying with our emotions. Casters are people too. Are these dust effects on Bazaar new from the 1.5 whatever update we are on now?
I don't even like the
In the air, the particle effects.
oh man, I don't pay attention to the details.
You're just here for the action.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. It looks like it's coming up over the top of the wall. That's the idea of it. Wow. Hey, a little fun. I mean, you learn something new every day, I guess.
They add all these new things in every time. We have people that just read through the patch notes and
Can you even
find all
see
the
it?
fun things.
Yeah, I guess you can see it down here.
I only notice it up high.
Oh, you can see it from down under. Go look.
What is it upside down? That's an Australian joke. You liked it. Noman getting a call out in Northwest Courtyard from a very far, very tight angle. I'm impressed. I'm just gonna assume it's because of that caster eye. You know, he's just used to watching people all day, every day.
Where did he even? How did he even see that?
I think I don't think Raphael was in the bazaar. I think he crossed like in that kill box area, and he saw him between the stairs and the building in that little crack that you can see, which is mind-blowing.
Waiting over here on the east side. Stevens. I don't know why people don't use that defensive position that Stevens in, honestly. I didn't even know that there was a corner you could sit behind there. Look at the overhead. Nice circle
And the repeats
coming in.
offense is setting up to be a defense right now. I mean, they're just sitting and waiting.
They got the that half circle around objective. Maybe they're gonna shift around for a north position. I don't know. Smoke's coming out here from Sickness, though. And yeah, they're going to try and cross this street. Too Old's going to be waiting in that blue room. They actually have quite a few people watching this east approach. Steven catches out Sickness on a rotation. It's just going to be so hard for them to push through.
G-Man and Nintendo just walking through the main street now. I don't think I've ever seen this style of approach on this objective, man. That's
yeah, with this spawn, you kind of have this street.
Oh, and the tree eating that nade. Nintendo redirecting it.
Great redirection though, right where they need it, blocking that that long lane. Nintendo could push up here and give Too Old some trouble. Oh, instead he rotates up to the second story, catches out Steven, getting a little aggressive. Maybe looking for the pick onto Swooty, and the repeats get a nice refrag onto the corner. Opening up the east side a little bit more.
Oh, not Raphael. Raphael's on the top floor of the he got trying to get a pick, but someone else takes it instead.
The man found Too Old, and he's rotated around to accompany the rest of his teammates on the east. Try to deal with our Semper here.
Good smoke coming out from Raphael, trying to get Ponecake to rotate out of that room. Here comes the frag. Nintendo getting aggressive, running right in front of Ponecake.
Frags across the board as another one goes in the backside. Repeats are into a 3v2.
Minute 15 left.
You're aware of the time. The man's in a pretty forward position. He's tucked into it. I mean, he's inside objective courtyard.
Taking out Ponecake and rotating away. Noman's still on objective, and our Semper coming up. Wait, where is he going?
Yeah, this could be bad news if Raph can catch out Noman. Semper's on a long rotation right now. Wow, he peeks out looking for Raph. Instead, catches out the man. Raph comes crashing around, finds Noman. He's got objective free and clear, but Semper on the long rotation. It pays off. And Harry Houdinis take round one.
Wow, good rotation. So close.
What a great idea. I never questioned that rotation out of him.
One guy on objective, I'm going to run the map. Solid plans, everybody. We should see more of that. It should make it more entertaining all around.
Risk reward there and paying off.
Flank kills are the best kills. My favorite flank kill so far was the one I casted last night. Cannon Fodder versus Dead Logic. One of the Dead Logic boys walked up behind someone, pulled out his knife, and then taunted him, and then stabbed him. It was amazing. It was my favorite play of the week.
That was that 12-0 sweep?
It wasn't a sweep. It was 12-5, I think. Yeah, Cannon Fodder put up a hell of a fight. But it was good. And it was a 4v4 for the entire time, I believe. I can't remember. All these casts, they're running together like Lord of the Rings, man.
The rest of this all-star finale shapes up if Harry Houdinis can take this second map or not. Already
And
got
just
the
for
lead.
reference, that last round ended with 15 seconds left on the clock.
Rhythmic tappings of G-Men pistol. Off round number 2.
What is happening with... Who is that still in spawn? Oh, he's not in spawn. What am I saying? He just set up in the little shack there. Thought he was stuck in spawn looking at my map. The Sickness and the man watching that north street. I don't think I've seen anyone play the Sickness's position. Just kind of hanging out on that car.
He's that smoke there, and so he's kind of wary of Semper on the corner.
I think the man's gonna pick him up though. Just waiting for him to pop out. But if the Sickness keeps shooting, he's not gonna pop out, and the G-Man is not gonna be able to kill him.
There's one on the north wall, possibly.
Sometimes suppression is not necessary.
Yeah, it was a good smoke from Semper, but he's not moving off it at all. Does finally cross over, and the man doesn't manage to get him out. Now, the man in a tough position behind the tree doesn't give enough cover, and Semper catches him out in that long north lane.
Trees are not bulletproof, folks.
Really?
As far as I'm aware, these trees are not bulletproof.
Wow. Fun facts you'd only learn in the All-Star Tournament. We've been so focused on the north, we haven't even paid attention to Ponecake and Too Old, who have managed to kind of push up into the objective courtyard area. They could do some damage up here.
Got that guy southeast. No, I'm gonna notice that one.
Foodie catches out Steven. Sickness trading with Too Old. Ponecake confirming Sickness there, giving away his position inside that courtyard area. And just everybody's peeking angles right as they drop back from them. Ponecake peeks, Raph peeks, Ponecake peeks. Raph and Ponecake now going to rotate into essentially the same corner.
It's still a 3v3.
Scratch that, 3v2. Sudi goes down from some nice cross-range shots from Ponecake through the window, and Noman and Semper pushing up to join Ponecake on this objective push.
Raphael going for it. Taking down Ponecake.
Good cause from Raph, identifying more near objective.
Oh, that was a good nade in through the door and into that room, but Raphael wasn't there anymore.
Now is when they need the utility for objective. Nintendo has a pretty great line of sight onto it. Raph gonna rotate around to that corner after hearing Semper. Nintendo finds Noman in that tight lane, and now it's all up to our Semper on the backside for Harry Houdinis.
Raph trying to peek, just some blind fire coming around the corner. but no connection with the bullets.
I forgot that Noman's on Harry. I'm rescinding my vote for repeats, and I'm rooting for Harry Houdinis. I have to vote for my caster friends. Although I do have an SMC Tactical T-shirt. But Pokecake's on SMC. Pokecake's on Houdinis too, so we're fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine.
Great shots from Semper on a Nintendo. A good head blast, and now it's a 1v1. Will Raph be savvy enough to peek this corner here? He's rotating out. Almost gets caught onto the corner. Semper now charging around. And we're into a bit of an exchange as Raph picks him off and takes the Volk round and ties it up 1-1. Sorry, that was the repeats taking the round. Had the scoreline right. Wrong announcement.
Yep, it doesn't appear that they have fixed that announcement yet.
That one in the books.
And new objective, taking those full 2 minutes to plan.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we're going to, I mean, this is how that last round kicked off, so now we'll see if repeats can start to run away with, you know, this map. They can take this Marstock round. It's definitely going to spell bad news for Harry Houdinis. How they fare as we dive into round number 3 of map number 1. Make sure to be clipping your favorite moments so we can submit those to VR Respawn, who helped do a great job of recapping the latest action in the Onward Master League every week.
West spawn, one
Yep,
west courtyard.
Too Old does identify one early in that west courtyard. Noman in a pretty dicey spot to be checking here. The man could easily rotate a bit more and catch him in that window.
Oh, he's just behind the window, but
Man, all 5 of those repeats are just in that kill box area, though, stacked up.
I don't know what their plan is. I guess it is worth noting that we don't have grenade launchers on the list of viable weapons in the All-Star match today, so you're not going to see any of that happening.
Oh, man, that would have made this crazy.
Yeah. Definitely adds a new flavor to the rounds. But, you know, we saw it in a high-tier match with SMC, and it really didn't play much effect in the round, so teams definitely still need to practice and get better with it. Sickness crossing the street in these smokes does manage to get across, and that's a great first step into pushing objective.
However, our Semper is over here under the, what do you call these things? The scaffolding.
Yeah.
He's going to put some hurt on anyone that crosses if that smoke goes away.
Yeah, and he does have a decent line onto Sickness, who's tucked into that little corner area, and as soon as Sickness tries to make his approach up, he'll be able to be spotted by Semper.
Semper should see him any minute now.
I think Sickness is aware of this. He does kind of have his eyes drawn over into that little scaffolding region, utilizing this box for cover to stay cloaked in. And this is actually probably pretty hard to see Sickness as well, because you can see he's got kind of that similar coloring to that wall.
Yeah, I'm in Semper's first person, and he's basically right behind the pole of the scaffolding.
Fortunate enough with that line of sight.
None of the repeats have gone for a flank yet. Even with all the eyes of the Houdinis, like, dead focused on that Western Bazaar.
I mean, Sickness is in a spot where he could sprint up through that lane if he wants to give Too Old some trouble. Swoody, Nintendo, they make it across with the smokes. That means Semper can't see them. And another good smoke to follow up here may give Sickness that sort of... No, Semper should be able to catch us out. He does finally get Sickness under that with that scaffolding position. Shots from Too Old denying Nintendo the rotation on the flank, and the repeat's kind of getting stuck here on this street. Swoody goes down from Noman. Home Cake goes down from a shot by Raph, and Too Old on a trade on the backside by Nintendo. We're into a 1v2 in a second. It's all up to Noman, our caster friend, who we're definitely rooting for.
The man's coming up through the bazaar now. The only flank, and I use that word lightly because he really didn't move that far off of the main push. But he's still going to have to deal with Semper. Wait, no, Semper down? Semper is down.
Yeah, they Swoody traded with him at the scaffolding. He called it out too, so they know that he's down.
But he's still giving call-outs, so Noman will know exactly when someone crosses the street.
Very true.
Minute 40. All goes quiet on the Western Front.
Trying to send my energy to Noman. Via focus.
Is Noman communicating with Semper? Has Semper said anything?
Don't
Haven't seen anything.
He has no I mean, nobody's crossed yet. They still have a minute left. Raph's kind of staying pretty far back. A long rotation coming on the east side by the man. He's gonna have to. They basically have to sprint to objective now.
55 seconds, and Semper called him out. Shots coming out to distract Noman. Raphael runs across the street, picks up Swoody.
Yikes, Noman now into a 1v3. It's going to be a tough one, even with 30 seconds left. Raph comes crashing up to the window. No one should have an idea that he's around to his left side, but can't spin and get him in time, and Raph takes the round. Repeats take their Marsoc round, and now things get dicey.
And Semper was calling him out the whole time, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. We're still rooting for the Houdinis, though.
Yeah, I shifted. I don't care about the repeats anymore. They won map 1, boo. They're winning map 2, boo. We need the Houdinis to kick in their magic powers and take the rest of these rounds. Noman, you need to represent casters better than you are. I'm very disappointed.
I still think the final boss should be a caster team versus the winners. Just for fun.
I'll tell you right now, I would be crying in a corner after Raph kills me in the first 50 seconds of a round for 3 rounds in a row. I know that's what would happen.
Hey, all I'm saying is Otto's on the casting list, so...
I still got it.
Do you? You haven't been taking time off playing like Apex and all that fun stuff?
No, you always still have. After you're putting enough hours into Onward, you can always come back.
I haven't played another game. Well, I haven't played any 2D games since like November of last year.
Dedication that we need, you know.
I have been playing some Iron Wolf VR though. That's pretty fun. Four players. It's a good thing to calm down with. Being trapped in a tiny little submarine, always comforting, right?
Yeah. We'll see if Harry Houdinis can calm down and get this Marsoc round. Dive into round number 4 of map 2. In this All-Star finale, the repeats looking to take the All-Star tournament, looking to be the champions.
Oh no, the drum mag. Steven can't load his gun. Well, this is a problem. The mag dropped and is stuck on the ground in spawn, and now I can't load anything.
It's fine. Pay attention to the action that's happening in front. Steven can dick around with what he's got back there.
Hey, he figured it out. Phone Cake and Nintendo. Very close now. Phone Cake taunting Nintendo.
Go away. No, I'm staying here right here.
One's by me,
okay?
scaffolding.
Talk to me. Oh, come on, really?
I had to call you out.
How's that grenade taste? I'm down for my grenade, please help. You're down?
Phone Cake faking him out. Oh my god, this is ridiculous.
Come on. Right here. Ready to
rush it?
Maybe.
I'm ground floor. There's a guy in the blue room next to me.
No, you're in the ground floor. Shut up. You're in the ground floor.
This is the action, folks. This is all you're gonna see.
Fucking twist to it right now. I don't know. There's a plot twist. Scaffolding, 2-story, or behind, under it. I don't know.
Good old friendly banner here between Nintendo and Pwn Cake. Pwn Cake catches out Rap, and that's probably the
in the window.
the worst case if you're Nintendo over there. You've called him out, you've brought over a teammate, and then he catches him out looking at him. Gotta feel a little bit guilty there.
I'm surprised no one's gone around to take Nintendo out from behind. I mean, he's been looking directly at that blue room this entire time. Semper and Pwn Cake trading positions. I think they're gonna go for it. Pwn Cake having a lot of mic popping.
Oh, and the trade. Semper catches Nintendo out with a headshot. Repeats go into a 3v4. Harry Houdinis looking in good shape to take a Marsoc round. Look at this angle Sickness is holding. I like that one a lot. Noman catches out Swooty. On the south, Sickness gonna rotate around, draw his eyes over there, but Repeats down into a 2v5.
Too old a game, crosses the street with no issue and is now coming up towards objective.
Same with Pwn Cake, who's made his way into blue room with some shots out onto the man who is down. And Sickness goes around for the res, but gets caught in the rotation, and Pwn Cake gets one for Harry Houdinis, and they tie it up 2-2. Yay!
Now, since we know nothing of this gift card such thing that Noman was talking about, is it one gift card for the whole team and they have to fight over it?
One $15 gift card for the entire team, yes.
That sounds about right. Yep. We can make things up too, Noman.
You can split it, or you can all share it, or you can have one person get it.
I think we should do another duel for it.
As long as map 3 isn't downfall, I don't care what happens today, okay? I just don't want to cast a downfall map to end the All-Star tournament. That's my request.
How about No Peak? How do you feel about Snow Peak being the last map of the All-Star tournament? That's how I would go out if I was going to go out with a bang.
It's a good way to go out because you're really putting in the element of just pure skill to the test, because that's a map that people don't have developed stats for.
Yeah, it's definitely all about.
We actually should have done that. We should have played it on a map that we don't normally play. The final should have been on
Snow Peak.
No, Abandoned, Snow Peak, and Jungle should have been the 3 maps for the All-Star Finals.
That would have been so much fun. I've never casted on Jungle though. I feel like that's a really hard one to do.
See how this All-Star map does shake out, or All-Star tournament does shake out, as we're all tied up into this little bad boy. 2-2 repeats, taking map number 1 4-1, and Harry Houdinis have to take this one if they want to stay in it.
Hey, one went to the west, one crossed to the middle, He's by the... Hey, we have to make sure this guy doesn't come behind us, I will just go back and go...
Taking a look at all the defensive positionings here. 2 old on objective, Noman tucked in to that east side. Pretty standard defensive positionings. No one's really going to get caught out early unless it's by Pone Cake.
The G-Man doing his little dance. Does he ever stand still? You're on his team, right?
Yeah, I guess I never really watched him though.
Does he trying to take advantage of like the peeker's advantage or what? Like it looks like he just like spins around all the time.
I'm pretty still right there.
Still as he's ever been.
So
you're right here.
Yeah, it's just very Pants. What Pants does. You get into a full sprint and you can rotate your thumbstick around. You can check corners fast enough where you can't get shot.
Ah. I wish I had a thumbstick.
No.
Thumb pads are not the way to go. I don't know who on your team told you that was the way to go, HTC, but they were wrong and should be fired.
See how it goes with the Knuckles. I think it's probably going to work pretty well.
The Knuckles have options for both, correct?
Okay.
I think you could choose. No, I think they had thumbsticks too.
That'd be news to me, bud.
I thought they were making variants and you could choose which one you wanted.
I think you're making up stuff just like no one
Nope,
was.
nope. I'm gonna Google it now. I'm Googling it.
Google it when we're not casting.
Well,
We're
no one's
tied up
doing
into this
anything right
2v2.
now.
Two old shooting. Just kind of sussing each other out.
Yes, I'm definitely seeing thumbsticks within like a little trackpad in the middle for like
Looking
swiping.
at Pimax controllers.
No, I'm looking at Knuckles EV2s,
Don't believe.
which are also Pimax controllers because Pimax controllers work with
go.
all the Valve stuff. But
Not Knuckles.
just want Knuckles. They need to hurry up on it. Unfortunately, didn't they just fire a bunch of people?
This is not.
at
We shouldn't be
HTC?
talking about this. There's no reason to talk about any of this right now on a cast and onward,
The
bro.
sickness is finally moving up onto the white car, trying to get a shot on Noman. Noman's getting ready to peek, and he takes him down.
West Market.
Bye-bye, caster friend.
Two sidetrack. get into this map. Repeats rotated into middle bazaar. Already taken down 2.
Full 5-man squad still up. Not looking good for the hairy Houdinis. And all of these smokes, these nades just hitting poles and lines and invisible hitboxes.
I think I got the blue room guy by a kill room.
Another down for Harry's. They've managed to take mini courtyard. Steve and Raph kind of in a bit of a sprint duel here. Raph tucks himself in and they trade on a corner, and now it's all up to, who's that last one? Semper on the backside of Harry Houdinis. 1v4.
This is not a one-man defense position right here.
Absolutely not. And now they know that he's up here by this brick wall, so he can easily get flanked. And that's exactly what happens. Sickness charges in on the backside, and Repeats take the Marsoc round 3-2. 1 round away from becoming the All-Star Repeat tournament winners. Actually, I don't know if they won it the first time. Where's your archaeological? Where's your references? Come on.
I don't remember where I heard this information from, but how long have we been doing the All-Star tournament for?
I thought this was the first time we've done it, personally. First time we've casted it. So that's why I was impressed with your Repeats information.
Did it happen in the off-season last year?
It might have. I don't know, man. I think this is the first time we've done anything like this.
I don't know. I have this information from the beginning of the All-Star picks. The Sickness, I believe Swooty, and the Man or Nintendo were all on a team, and they said they won it last time. They could also be making things up. I mean, that's the theme right now with this All-Star tournament. We just make things up as we go.
A lot of fake news getting thrown around here, people. You gotta be careful what you're listening to. You gotta know where the truth's coming from.
That defense seemed really easy to be picked off one at a time by the Repeats, so maybe Harry Houdinis can do the exact same thing and make a comeback.
Yeah, I've seen a trade of Marsoc rounds, but all Repeats have to do is stay tucked in, and they can take the All-Star tournament. It is map and potentially series point here as we dive into round number 5. 6.
5.
6.
6. This is 6. Yes, that's right.
Math, there it is. Hey, we did it.
We got it. I was like 3 and 2. That equals 5. We're on the 6th one.
Oh man.
Welcome to Whose Line Is It Anyway, where the games are made up and points don't matter.
Whose Onward is it anyway?
Very solid meta defense from the Repeats.
Yeah, even Nintendo going into a standard Sickness defensive position. Kind of tucking himself into that little corner there.
Good smoke right in the middle of the street from Steven, but he's not capitalizing on it.
No, I think
Assuming he's just trying to draw people out.
Yeah, I think Swooty would have an angle too. But yeah, Mama and Raphael and Swooty are looking over here. A little bit ahead of the rest of his team. Everybody else is quite a bit away from where Steven is on that corner.
Are Semper prone in the spawn still? Just looking for that north defender, I guess.
And there is one over there. Everything's kind of tensed up these last 2 rounds. It's been tied up to. It was tied up 2-2. We had a real kind of slow rolling offensive push last objective, and we're doing the same thing here with Houdinis, taking their sweet time to push up. Although they don't have the same amount of picks that they the repeats did. See if they can start to roll that in their favor.
Cake making a lot of noise right behind Nintendo, and Nintendo's just standing there.
I mean, this is interesting because Pwnecake, he knows.
He knows the spot.
Yeah. He knows the spot. Nintendo takes the peeker's advantage and catches Pwnecake out. Good start for them. Swoody taking down Steven, and Harry Houdinis losing Marsoc members left and right now into a 3v5 as Sickness tries to catch another.
Our boy Noman on the southwest approach, hiding behind the wall. And our Semper on the north wall, slowly creeping up. And 2 Old's the only one that's close enough to objective to do anything.
One of them is southeast on the wall.
I think they need to pull this offense a little tighter together.
Yeah. Semper just so sort of disconnected from the other 2 here on the south. They need that north to be distracting right now while 2 Old and Noman move up. But it's hard to coordinate. That's the biggest challenge of playing with new people.
Noman throwing a nade, trying to clear out that mini bazaar, but not getting it across the street.
Raph finally catching Semper out on this north side, and now there's only 2 on the south. All up to 2 Old and Noman to take the All-Star tournament. Otherwise, it's going to go to the repeats.
A minute 40 left. What are they going to do? What are they going to come up with? What are they going to pull out of their hat? See what I did there? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a great Magic reference.
You're welcome. I'm here all night, folks. Swoody going to be putting some hurt on the Noman. Oh, but Noman finds him first.
2 Old following up on the
Sickness.
Sickness. Nintendo catches Noman on the backside, though. Nintendo is flanking. Is 2 Old going to be ready? He
2 Old
is
sees him through the
indeed.
window.
Nice. Let's
And
go,
now
Harry's.
it's a 1v2. And we've seen 2 Old clutch games before.
Do it. Not
He
too-
might be
he's
too
not-
old to game,
No, he's
but
not.
he's not too old to clutch.
He's not too old to game. Don't tell him that. Don't believe in his name. Young. And spry. He's pushing objective. Can he get Raph here? Looks out the window and can't snap to the shots. Repeats take the final round. They take the tournament 4-1 and 4-2 on both maps. And they'll be all All-Star winners. They are the All-Stars.
The All-Stars. The starriest of the All-Stars.
And that is
That was a good game.
Yeah, that was a great way to wrap up the community event. A lot of fun to tune in and watch it over the last few days. It's just really neat to see other players play with people they wouldn't normally get a chance to. To see Raph and Pwnecake on the same team is just an interesting. It's fun to see. So glad we got to do it. But I think that's going to be it from us today. I don't know if there's any more games getting cast later tonight, but I'm not going to be involved in them. So that's going to be it from me this afternoon. Trip, you have anything else?
No, just a reminder that there are some map changes for the next week of games. I believe Bazaar Night is now in the rotation, and I think Snow Peak is as well. I can't find the post about that, So I'll have to double check that. But there are going to be some changes coming up and some more votes from the team captains coming out. So look forward to some new meta.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay. With that, we'll be wrapping up. Head on over to vrmasterleague.com/onward for all of your Onward needs. Join the Discord, get involved in the league. We'd love to see you in our next league match. But that is going to be it from us today here on Master League 1. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's, co-caster Triple Nipple. We will see you later.
Good night, everybody.